Halo sahabat Merdeka, berjumpa dengan saya Lulu Handayani dalam Top News Senin 5 Januari 2026. Pertama, Wakil Menteri Hukum Edward Omar Syarif Hiyari atau Edi Hiyari belak-belakan soal pasal penghinaan presiden dan lembaga negara di KUHP yang baru. Selanjutnya, Presiden Amerika Serikat Donald Trump menceritakan bagaimana detik-detik penangkapan Presiden Venezuela Nicolas Maduro. Wakil Menteri Hukum Edward Omar Syarif Hiyari atau Edi Hiyari belak-belakan soal pasal penghinaan presiden dan lembaga negara di KUHP yang baru. Wamenku mengatakan KUHP baru mulai berlaku pada 2 Januari 2026. Edward menjelaskan dalam KUHP yang baru, penghinaan terhadap lembaga negara dibatasi menjadi beberapa unsur, yakni presiden dan wakil presiden, MPR, DPD, DPR, Mahkamah Agung, serta Mahkamah Konstitusi. Selain itu, Edi menambahkan KUHP baru tidak mengekang kebebasan demokrasi, termasuk kritik terhadap pimpinan negara.
Itu yang pertama. Yang kedua tadi juga sudah disampaikan oleh Pak Menteri adalah pasal penghinaan terhadap pemerintah. Jadi ada putusan MK tahun 2006, kalau teman-teman masih ingat, itu persoalan mobil Jaguar. Pasal 134 bis itu diuji di Mahkamah Konstitusi dan Mahkamah Konstitusi membatalkan pasal itu. Mengapa Mahkamah Konstitusi membatalkan pasal itu? Karena satu, itu bukan delik aduan, siapapun bisa mengadu. Lalu hati-hati ketika kita melihat pasal 134 bis KUHP lama yang dibatalkan oleh Mahkamah Konstitusi, itu ada dalam pertimbangan Mahkamah Konstitusi yang mengatakan begini. Dan pertimbangan itu bersifat ratio residendi. Ratio residendi itu artinya pertimbangan yang bersifat mengikat. Di dalam pertimbangan Mahkamah Konstitusi soal pasal penghinaan itu, dikatakan oleh Mahkamah Konstitusi bahwa kalau mau ini merujuk kepada pasal 207 KUHP. Pasal 207 KUHP itu adalah penghinaan terhadap penguasa umum. Itu sangat luas. Di situ dikatakan oleh Mahkamah Konstitusi, pasal penghinaan terhadap penguasa umum itu harus merupakan delik aduan. Berdasarkan pertimbangan Mahkamah Konstitusi itulah pemerintah dan DPR membentuk pasal penghinaan terhadap lembaga negara. Cuman kita batasi. Kalau pakai KUHP lama, itu ketua pengadilan negeri dihina, Kapolres dihina tuh bisa kena pasal itu. Tetapi pasal yang ada dalam KUHP itu sudah dibatasi. Jadi penghinaan terhadap lembaga negara itu hanya dibatasi 1 presiden wakil presiden, 2 MPR, 3 DPD, 4 DPR, 5 Mahkamah Agung, 6 Mahkamah Konstitusi. Jadi sangat terbatas. Dan itu delik aduan yang harus mengadukan itu adalah pimpinan lembaga. Apa dasar pemerintah dan DPR membentuk pasal itu? Dasarnya adalah putusan Mahkamah Konstitusi tahun 2006 ketika pasal.
Presiden Amerika Serikat Donald Trump menceritakan detik-detik penangkapan Presiden Venezuela Nicolas Maduro. Trump menyebut Maduro berupaya melarikan diri ke tempat yang dianggap aman selama operasi Amerika Serikat berlangsung. Hanya saja langkah tersebut berhasil digagalkan. Presiden Donald Trump mengatakan militer Amerika Serikat sempat mempertimbangkan kemungkinan membunuh Presiden Venezuela Nicolas Maduro saat operasi penangkapannya. Pernyataan ini pun memicu sorotan internasional. Selain itu, Trump juga menyebut Maduro berupaya melarikan diri ke tempat yang dianggap aman selama operasi Amerika Serikat berlangsung. Hanya saja langkah tersebut berhasil digagalkan.
We want it. But Congress will leak, and we don't want leakers.
You were one of the only people to watch this all play out live. What was Maduro doing when the U.S. forces entered what I assume would be his home? And also, was there any point where the U.S. was considering if Maduro pushed back or resisted killing Maduro?
It could have happened. It could have happened. He was trying to get into a safe place. You know, the safe place is all steel. And he wasn't able to make it to the door because our guys were so fast. They went through the opposition so fast. And there was a lot of opposition. You know, people were wondering, do we get them by surprise? Sort of surprised, but they were waiting for something. It was a lot of opposition. There was a lot of gunfire. You saw some of it today. But he was trying to get to a safe place, which wasn't safe because we would have had the door blown up and about 47, I think 47 seconds, they say on average, regardless of how thick the steel was. It was a very thick door. It was a very heavy door, but he was unable to get to that door. He made it to the door. He was unable to close it. Go ahead, finish.
Going to be in the time being right now? Do you know his exact
Well,
whereabouts?
eventually, ultimately, in the near future, he's going to be brought to New York.
And where is he going to be held? Where is he going to be held in New York? Do you know?
That's going to be up to the officials that do these things.
Mr. President, the U.S. has something of a mixed track record of ousting dictators without necessarily a plan for what comes afterwards.
Not with
Did
me.
that weigh on your decision?
Well, that's when we had different presidents, but with me, that's not true. With me, we've had a perfect track record of winning. We win a lot, and we win. If you look at Soleimani, you look at al-Baghdadi, you look at the Midnight Hammer. Midnight Hammer was incredible. Right now, you wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. We have essentially peace in the Middle East because of that. If we weren't successful with Midnight Hammer, you wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. So, with me, you've had a lot of victory. You've had only victory.
Demikian informasi kali ini bersama saya, Lulu Handayani. Simak berita lainnya hanya di merdeka.com.